It's the story as unique as the spirit which characterizes the college. It's the story of the California Lutheran College football Kingsmen. The glory of this winning football tradition is dedicated to him who created us for excellence. Without a single full-time scholarship, Cal Lutheran has won almost 80% of the time, the finest record of any college in the country. The Kingsmen have won 9 NAIA district championships and a national championship in 1971. These accomplishments have all come under this man, head coach Robert Schaup. The only coach the Kingsmen have ever known, Schaup has compiled 126 victories in his 17-year tenure. He attributes this remarkable record to a unique spirit, dedicated personnel, excellent community support, and a fine group of assistants. Veteran mentor Roy Anderson handles the offensive backs. Athletic director Don Green coaches the defensive backfield. Former CLC star Fred Kemp guides the offensive line. And Bob Misko performs similar duties with the defensive line. Gene Ubelhart and Donnie Green Jr. round out the experienced staff. The 1978 Kingsmen were determined to continue a tradition of excellence. With the season opener moments away, these players realized that they were about to write another chapter in the story of Kingsmen football. And what a story it is.
Forward into battle go the Kingsmen, roaring out again to meet the foe. Stand and cheer as they appear, every loyal son forgets and go, go, go. Throughout the land a loyal band of Kingsmen, raise their colors high for all to see. So give your all today, and once again we'll say, it's victory for CLC.
The Conejo Valley of Thousand Oaks, California, 1961. The California Lutheran College campus nears completion. 330 students will begin studies at the 4-year liberal arts college, a school designed to provide a quality education in a Christian environment. In addition to an education, these students will also get a football team. From the first year, Schaup's men begin to practice the 4 cornerstones of Kingsmen football success. First comes the spirit of cooperation, the positive attitude necessary to the pursuit of any goal. Second, a solid defense. The toughness of the purple and gold is well known to opponents. Third, an excellent kicking game. In 1969, Gary Lloyd led the nation in punting. And sometimes, the best kicking game is no kicking game at all. A well-drilled special teams is a potent weapon. Finally, an explosive offense is vital to success. Schaup's intricate precision offense is exemplified by the 1965 passing combination of John Blakemore to Skip Mooney. The nationally ranked Kingsmen led the nation in total offense that year, averaging 429 yards per game. The Kingsmen have scored quite a few points in their 17-year history. Cal Lu puts great faith in finesse, and that means a dazzling passing attack. The Kingsmen are not above a little fancy footwork every now and then just to keep the other guys honest. But the best way to score quickly is to throw the football. And nobody does it better than the guys in the gold helmets. Pro football's Dallas Cowboys hold their preseason training camp at the college. And it's no coincidence that both clubs run precise, explosive offenses. In fact, the Cowboys won their first Super Bowl in 1971. The same year that CLC won the national title. The big reason for the success of the 78 club was a fine offensive line, anchored by All-American tackle Tom O'Brien. When a CLC quarterback has time to throw, watch out. It's a football axiom that the way to open up the passing attack is by establishing the ground game. Cal Lutheran has seldom had trouble doing that either. Kingsmen alumni include fullback Hank Bauer of the San Diego Chargers, and the current crop of runners emulate his raw power. Other CLC pros include Brian Kelly, a 6-year starter for the New York Giants, as well as Ralph Miller of the Oilers, Seattle's Charlie McShane, and many more. Someone once said, "I'd rather be lucky than good." As a matter of fact, you'd better be lucky and good if you want to play the Kingsmen schedule. Honolulu, Hawaii, 1972. And the white-clad Kingsmen take on the University of Hawaii before 23,000 people. Not too many NAIA schools challenge Division I opponents, but this college will play anybody, anywhere. The Kingsmen have played and won in Canada, Washington, Oregon, South Dakota, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Iowa. The list goes on and on. And maybe a challenging schedule is part of the reason that CLC has played in 3 national championship games. No school has played in more. In 1971, the Kingsmen hosted Westminster College of Pennsylvania and won the title with an incredible fourth-quarter effort. This kickoff return by Lance Calloway is still talked about today. A fake field goal provided a crucial score. And then in the game's waning minutes, Brian Kelly picked off a pass and raced into the end zone, icing the national championship. In 1975, CLC again played for the title in a fierce battle against Texas Lutheran. The undefeated and untied Kingsmen suffered their only setback of the season, despite a precision passing attack and a Hank Bauer touchdown plunge. '77 saw Westminster return to CLC for a title rematch. The Kingsmen defense played fired-up football, setting an encouraging example for the offense. Taking the cue, the patented Cal-Lu passing attack went to work, and the Kingsmen actually led the heavily favored Pennsylvanians for 3 quarters. Unfortunately, the final period signaled a reversal in fortunes, and the home club dropped a heartbreaker. Nevertheless, second in the nation is nothing to be ashamed of. When the post-game trophy presentations were made, CLC fans could be sure of 2 things. The accolades were well earned, and there would be many more trophy presentations in the future. When the 1978 club took to the field for the first time, they were not thinking about trophies. All attention was devoted to the University of San Diego Toreros, one tough opponent. Right away, Cal-Lu got the attack rolling. This would be a classic drive in the Kingsmen tradition. The extra point sailed true, and the Kingsmen led 7-0. It would be up to the defense to maintain that advantage. The defenders were ready. Frustrated on the ground, the Toreros took to the air, and that soon proved to be a big mistake. Cal Lou defensive back Lee Schrader came up with a big interception and received a deservedly warm reception from the Kingsmen bench. The ground game was doing the job, so Schaub decided to stick with it. However, a fumble gave the ball back to San Diego. Once again, the defense would be called on to blunt the USD attack. The defense was playing outstanding football, but as the game drew on, USD managed to take an 8-7 lead. Early in the fourth quarter, the Kingsmen tried to recapture the initiative. Slowly but surely, the Torero defense began to wilt under the incessant pounding of the CLC ball carriers. Cal Lou might yet pull this one out. Deep in enemy territory, disaster struck. The slippery pigskin found its way into a defender's hand, and suddenly the Kingsmen were on the verge of extinction. Coach Schaub refused to panic. He took his quarterback and ball carrier aside to discuss the situation. To many in the stands, the conversation seemed pointless. Time was running out. Cal Lutheran might not even get the ball back. But Schaub knew something that the partisan USD crowd did not. He knew the strength and spirit of the Cal Lou defense. In 1978, the tradition of defensive excellence was personified by All-American linebacker Dan Buckley. Number 51 had all the tools and used them as would a master craftsman. Buckley and his teammates are heirs to a tradition that includes the exploits of the 1969 club that picked off a record 39 passes. Cal Lou has always boasted a fundamentally sound defense. In other words, these guys can hit. Every collision brings back memories of legends like All-American Savage Sam Cianovich, the ferocious linebacker who was named Canadian League Rookie of the Year in 1972. Opposing ball carriers would swear that 11 Savage Sams greet them on every play. The Kingsmen defense. As the USD game neared its conclusion, they faced a very stern test. As the defense prepared for the final effort, the sideline conference was elementary. Find the football and make the tackle. No time for chalkboard strategy now. A Torero first down could be fatal. On the first play, USD got nothing. Meanwhile, reserve quarterback Dan Hartwig was throwing on the sideline. Second down brought a gain of 4, 3rd and 6. Sid Grant broke through and nailed the enemy signal caller. The Kingsmen would get one last shot. The vaunted CLC passing attack would now face its toughest challenge. Everyone in San Diego County expected a pass. Hartwig would not disappoint. Hartwig dropped back. Mike Hagan ran for the end zone. Hartwig threw long. Touchdown! The unbelievable had happened. Once again, a Cal Lutheran team had battled back from the edge of adversity to claim victory. 1978 would be just like all the other years, filled with pride, dedication, and ultimately victory. They would do it with offense, with defense, but mostly with faith. Faith in themselves, their teammates and coaches, and faith in God. For as long as football is played, California Lutheran College will continue to build men in the Christian context. 1978, one more step on the road to glory.